name is Trey Anderson. I'm a graduate of Class 12. My sweet name's Cookie. I've been on this unit in PEP since June of last year. To me, the biggest impact is just the character building and the breaking down of barriers, walls, and old personalities and behaviors. When we first come in, we get sweet names, and that breaks down some barriers and just helps us to kind of step out of our old image. We come from units where things are pretty violent on a regular basis, and there's a lot to deal with. You get over here, and you're in a comfortable environment. Everybody's real personable and real loving, and before you know it, you've just accepted this new situation, and you become so comfortable with these men that you're in the program with, that you're closer than brothers. And the most difficult part of the program, as well as the best part of the program, would be the character assessment, because you're really forced to take a reflective look at yourself and just really look inside and see how other people perceive you. We never really know how we look through other people's eyes, and to actually see people that you trust and that you've come to know as your brothers, come to love, to hear them point out the flaws, and not in a judgmental way at all, but just in a way where they're telling you what could bring you back to prison, what could maybe hurt you in the future. And you see these character flaws in yourself and these personality traits that you need to change, and you begin to really work on them. And it's the most positive aspect of the program as well as the most difficult, because it's hard for us to look at ourselves and realize that we have to change. A lot of us, you grow up under the impression that, if your buddy's there, someone you consider a close friend, you don't ever tell him anything wrong about himself. You're always affirming him, per se. You're always saying, man, you did a great job, or man, you're doing good, or don't worry about that, don't worry about this. In here, you're in a situation where you're really forced to look through eyes of love, really care and really look and say, man, I love you enough and care about you enough to where I can see this perhaps bringing you back to prison in the future, or this could create a problem in the future. And I feel like you need to change this to be a better man, to be a better dad, a better brother, a better husband. I've changed drastically since my first day here. When I first came here, I remember the first day I arrived, I was used to, anywhere else you go in any penal facility or any type of incarceration environment, you're always forced to, it's a term called check-in. You're always going to have to fight when you first get there to kind of prove yourself. So I was still expecting that when I first got here. And instead of people coming in to see where your heart's at and kind of try you and make you fight, people come in and hug you. Throughout your whole incarceration, you're never presented with a situation like that where men are actually walking up and hugging you and introducing themselves to you, locking eyes with you and smiling. And so immediately, you can just feel the love as soon as you walk in the door. As soon as you experience the program at all, you just feel that. I see my little girls, my little boy, first and foremost. I have visitation with them from time to time, but just being a part of their everyday lives, just seeing them, and then just experiencing the world through new eyes, through new vision, looking at things from an optimistic standpoint, not just being pessimistic and negative as I was before, but actually experiencing life. When I was out there, there's so much that you take for granted, so much that you just feel like you can deal with tomorrow. And this really helps put things in perspective. When I get out there, I look forward to just experiencing life. Just nervous about, I feel like I'm going to encounter several obstacles. There's going to be a lot of things to overcome. I wouldn't say I'm really afraid of it, but somewhat apprehensive of just going through that. I know I'm perfectly capable and I know it'll happen, but just experiencing it I'm sure it'll be difficult at times.